Okay, so picture this. The clock clicks over to midnight on December 31st, and Taiwan just, it erupts in this choreographed color. It's honestly cinematic.
It really is. We're not just talking about a few fireworks.
No, not at all. We're talking skyscrapers lighting up, massive free outdoor concerts in, every major city, and this collective roar of energy. It's one of the most vibrant New Year's celebrations in the world.
Without a doubt.
So today we're doing a deep dive into that. The fabric of that excitement, how locals actually celebrate, the cultural details, and really importantly for you, the practical English vocabulary you need to talk about it like you were there.
And that's our mission, right? This isn't just a travel guide. We're trying to give you a shortcut to really understanding it, because what's so fascinating is the contrast.
The contrast, yes.
You've got this dazzling modern spectacle, the huge pyrotechnics, the concerts, and then right alongside it, this deep tradition of quiet, personal reflection, like watching the first sunrise. So we're going to guide you through all of it.
I think the best place to start has to be right in the eye of the storm. That shared moment that ties everyone together.
The countdown.
The countdown. That one ritual, the energy from that is just palpable. It spreads across the entire island.
The energy is absolutely key. We talk about collective euphoria,
Oh, yeah.
and this is where you can actually see it happen. Massive crowds gather in Taipei, Taichung, Kaohsiung.
Right.
And they spend that last hour just cheering, singing along with whoever's on stage, and just waiting for those final 10 seconds. The atmosphere is totally infectious.
So the anticipation is almost a bigger deal than the fireworks themselves.
In some ways, yeah. It's the buildup.
Okay, so if you want to capture that feeling in a conversation, what are the, say, 3 core phrases you need?
Well, to get beyond just saying Happy New Year, you need language that shows the action. So first, the action is to count down to midnight. The result is to watch the fireworks display.
Okay.
But the most important part, the one that connects you to the moment, is to make a wish for the new year.
I like that. It shifts the vocabulary from just describing something to, well, participating in it. You're part of the hope.
Exactly.
It makes it so much more vivid. You could say something like, we counted down at Taipei 101 and made a wish just as the fireworks exploded right above us. That puts you right there.
That's the goal, to make it tangible.
But, for every single person who's in that massive crowd, there's someone doing the complete opposite, which I think brings us to this really interesting local choice.
Dichotomy, yeah.
The choice between that huge public party and a quiet, more intimate night. It's a decision almost everyone has to make. It really is a perfect illustration of how traditions adapt. So you have option A, staying in. This is the quiet night at home, usually with family, watching the whole thing on TV. And it's not just about watching TV, is it? It's about the food.
Oh, absolutely. It's centered around sharing food. We're talking about a huge pot of hot pot, or maybe a big order of fried chicken.
Yeah.
It's communal, cozy, and very low-key. Then you've got option B, going out. And this is more for friends, partners.
Right.
They head straight for the concerts or maybe a rooftop party. And the key thing here is that they often treat it like a marathon. The plan is to stay out until dawn.
So the language for that has to be pretty distinct. How do you talk about those 2 different experiences?
Well, you'd say you're going to stay in and watch the countdown show. Simple. Or you're planning to go out for the countdown party. But the phrase that connects both is that you're going to celebrate with loved ones. That covers everyone.
That's perfect. Okay, speaking of going out, we have to talk about the icon, the visual anchor for the whole night, especially in Taipei, the 101 fireworks.
It's world famous for a reason. What makes it so unique is the engineering. It's not just fireworks launched from the ground.
No, they're on the building itself.
They're built directly onto the skyscraper. It's a phenomenal feat.
Yeah.
Millions of people tune in just to see how they pull it off each year.
And they keep upping the ante. Now they're mixing in drone performances, right? How does that even work?
It's an operational marvel.
Right.
So each year's show has a theme. It's like a story. And when they add the drones, you're talking hundreds of them flying in perfect formation, creating these huge 3D sculptures in the sky next to the fireworks. It becomes this modern symbol of hope and creativity.
It's more than just a light show. It's a coordinated aerial performance.
Exactly. And, it's a relatively new tradition. The first show was only in 2005.
Wow, that's it.
That's it. The fact that it's become one of the most famous New Year events in Asia so quickly, it says a lot.
So while the 101 is the big visual, the sound of the night is just as huge, but it's much more spread out. I'm talking about the outdoor concerts.
Yes, and these are massive free events with huge local pop stars. They happen in every major city at the same time.
So you don't have to be in Taipei to get the full experience?
Not at all. There are huge stages at Taipei City Hall Square, of course, but also Taoyuan Arts Plaza, Kaohsiung Dream Mall. The energy is everywhere.
What's the atmosphere like at those?
It's incredible. People bring light sticks, they know all the words, they're singing along, dancing. It's a full-on party that goes right up to the countdown and then keeps going after.
Okay, so what are the phrases we need to describe that kind of energy?
You could definitely say it's a live concert. To capture the big moments, you'd say the crowd went wild. And for the fans, they're there to cheer for your favorite singer. Those three really capture the feeling.
Right, so you have hours of this intense energy, the lights, the music, the cheering, and then there's this amazing pivot to something completely different.
This is that beautiful contrast we mentioned at the start. Let's talk about it. The reflective tradition. Watching the first sunrise. After all the chaos of midnight, a lot of people engage in this really peaceful, almost meditative ritual. They stay up all night, not necessarily partying, but maybe driving, and they head east, as far east as they can go.
And why? What's the motivation behind that, especially when you must be exhausted?
It's this idea of actively starting fresh. You're not just letting the new year happen, you're going out to meet it. Watching the sun come up over the horizon is seen as a way to, wash away the past and embrace the future.
So geography is everything for this. Where do people go?
You have to head to the East Coast, places like Taitung, Hualien, or down south in Kenting. They have these amazing uninterrupted views over the Pacific, and it takes real dedication to get there.
So for the language, how do you describe that quiet, intentional moment?
The key phrase is to watch the first sunrise of the year. And for a more poetic touch, you could say you're there to welcome the new year with sunlight. There was that great example. We drove for hours to Taitung after midnight to watch the first sunrise. Totally worth it. That really sums up the effort and the reward. It does. The journey is part of the ritual itself.
Arias, as we start to wrap this up, let's get into some of those practical insider tips, the things that really make the night run smoothly. Okay, I'll start with the big one. Transport. In Taipei, the MRT, the subway, runs all night for free. That's huge.
It's essential for getting everyone home safely from the 101 area. And a reminder on the consults. They are massive. We're talking tens of thousands of people, not just in Taipei, but in Taichung and Kaohsiung too. So if you're there, you have options.
Food. The food scene never stops. 7-Eleven, Family Mart, fried chicken stands, night markets, they all stay open super late, sometimes all night for those post-countdown snacks. And fourth, going back to the sunrise, that whole idea of sunrise tourism is a huge deal. Hotels in places like Taitung and Hualien get booked up months ahead. You need to plan that trip in, like September. And number 5, which is great for you if you're practicing your English, the language mix, the big New Year broadcasts are often bilingual. You'll hear the hosts using English phrases like Happy New Year or counting down 10, 9, 8.
That's perfect. It's like a real-time confirmation of the vocabulary. So let's quickly synthesize those essential words we've covered.
Okay. We have countdown, that feeling of anticipation. We have fireworks, or even better, pyrotechnics for the big display. We have celebrate, the act of marking the occasion.
And cheer, to shout in excitement. And of course, sunrise, the symbol of a new beginning. And one more. Resolution. Everyone knows the word, but connecting it to that quiet sunrise tradition is key. A New Year's resolution is that internal promise you make to yourself, and it perfectly matches that physical journey to the coast. So what this all really means is that New Year's Eve in Taiwan isn't just one kind of party. It's this rich mix of high-tech spectacle, deep tradition, shared snacks, and collective hope. It's about welcoming a new beginning together.
And just to help you start using this right away, let's run through that sample dialogue one more time.
What are you doing for New Year's Eve? Any big plans?
I think I'm going to watch the Taipei 101 fireworks with my friends, maybe hit a live concert beforehand.
Nice. I might just stay home, make some hot pot, and watch the TV countdown.
Either way, as long as we welcome the new year with good vibes. And maybe make a resolution or two.
Simple, natural, and ready to use.
Now, for a final thought for you to take away, we've talked a lot about the contrast between the chaotic, cheering crowds and the quiet, personal reflection of the sunrise.
I want you to think about this. Does the sheer power of tens of thousands of people all welcoming a new beginning at the exact same moment, does that make your own individual resolution feel more powerful, more achievable even? That's a really interesting way to frame it. Does that shared hope somehow multiply the possibility of a better year for everyone? So, wherever you are this New Year's Eve, take a moment, count down with conviction, make a wish, and say it out loud. Happy New Year.